Sawadee-ka!
We're not in Thailand.
Hello,
Anyway,
gays!
hi.
Hello, gays and guys, besties, everybody.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning. So, a lot of you are asking what visa will Jeff be using if he stay for good in the Philippines. But disclaimer, we're not immigration officers or immigration experts.
Yeah.
So, Jeffrey will just be answering it based on his experience.
So from what I've understood from my reading and people I've talked to, there's basically two visas that I can use. One is a retiree visa, and I don't know if the rates are still the same, but it used to be you had to do a deposit of 20,000 US dollars in a bank, and it has to stay in that bank. But you can use that money to buy a condo. As a non-Filipino citizen, you can only buy condos, you cannot buy property. But they have made it so that you can use that for a down payment or some way to use it. And that visa is really good. It lets you have multiple in and out exits without any problems.
Yeah.
We may go that way. There's also an investor visa. So if you, I'm not sure what the rate is now, but it was $75,000 US dollars. And if you invest that into the country, then you would be eligible for an investor visa. And that's a pretty good visa also. But right now, we're just gonna wait and see how it goes. I'm just gonna use a tourist visa for 30 days and then get an update and give me another, I think 30 days.
I think.
And then after that, I think you can get 6 months.
No, I think another 30
Another
days.
30.
But you can just go to the nearest immigration office that's close to your location in the Philippines just to renew. So it's very easy. So foreigners are allowed to stay in the Philippines 30 days visa free. Compared to before, it's actually 90
days.
It was actually 90 days before, but once COVID hit, they only allowed 30 days. They're only allowing foreigners to stay in the Philippines 30 days now for free. But like what Jeff said, you can just go and renew your visa as soon as you have to go there before, like at least few days before your visa
expires.
Yeah, before your free visa expires. Then same thing for the next one. But yeah,
Once you get up to the 6-month card, which we had last year, they give you it's almost like a driver's license.
yes. It's actually very cool because you can just show that you can also use that as your identification. So,
And most places, if you qualify for a senior, most places will use that as a proof that you're age too. So you can get a discount.
you can get a discount. And then I've heard before, if we stay in the Philippines, for good, and Maria, Jeffrey, and Olivia are not dual citizens or not residents in the Philippines, so they have to exit the country once a year. But I've heard, we were live last time. Maria said that you don't even have to exit the country anymore. They said you can just add for another extension if you want to stay for another year or so in the Philippines. So that's good. And that's what's good with social media because we share our experiences to each other and we can actually, educate each other. And for everyone that are telling me and messaging me about why cannot they get dual citizenship or why cannot Jeff get permanent residency in the Philippines? Okay, first of all, because
He's not a citizen.
no, you cannot get your permanent residency in the Philippines because
we're gay.
Because we're gay. So
They don't recognize our marriage.
Same-sex marriage in the Philippines is not legal yet. So although we are married in the U.S., the Philippines will not acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but mostly the Philippines is like almost 80% or more like Catholic in the Philippines. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons why they're not allowing same-sex marriage in the Philippines. But I know there's a law that they're at least when I think you're like been together for certain years that there should be like
Common
law or union law about that. But we'll see. They have a long way to go. And with Maria and Olivia, guys, as much as we want them to be dual citizens, also,
There are problems because they're two gay dads.
surrogacy is not legal in the Philippines as well. So we are having issues about that. We have tried our very best to be able to get Maria before to get her dual citizenship because I became a U.S. citizen, right? So when I applied for my dual citizenship, I I applied for her as well, and then they denied her application because they said, our marriage is not legal in the Philippines, and and surrogacy is not legal in the Philippines as well, so she cannot get her dual citizenship yet, which is so wrong because I am Filipino, I am born Filipino, and I am in her birth certificate. So what I knew is, as long as there's a Filipino parent in her, in someone's birth certificate,
And DNA test to prove it.
they should be allowed, or
Yeah.
they're eligible to claim citizenship
Yeah.
on that they can. But because I also heard, my friend that had a baby through surrogacy was able to get also dual citizenship for for his son, and they're also same sex couples like we are. So it's really, I guess it really depends on who you talk to.
So
But
if you know someone that could help us, we would greatly appreciate it.
and because we have talked to certain lawyers in the Philippines as well, they're saying that because surrogacy is a gray area, they don't really talk about
Right.
much about it, so they cannot really tell us, or they cannot really help us yet.
Yeah.
But there's so many celebrities in the Philippines now that went through the same
Program.
process like us. So I'm just wondering if their children have dual citizenship
Or even single
or
citizenship.
single citizenship. So
Yeah, I don't know. We hope so because we definitely want that. And I've read that I cannot become dual citizen. You have to be born in the Philippines to have dual citizenship. Because I would actually go for dual citizenship too if I could get it. So if you know any information about that, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Anything else, dear?
but we definitely want our children to have dual citizenship, because how can they represent Philippines in the upcoming Miss Universe
That's
20
right.
years from now?
By then they'll let men in.
Oh, really? Well, they are now.
Oh, that's right.
But anyway, because you guys keep on asking us also, what if they join, a beauty contest in the future, which country will they represent? So as much as they want to represent the Philippines, if they're not, they don't have that dual citizenship,
Yeah.
then they cannot, guys. So if you can help us, and that's also one of the reasons why we want to move back in the Philippines, because we definitely want them to have this, the citizenship, the Filipino citizenship that they deserve, because they are Filipino, so they cannot deny that from them.
And the reason I can't renounce the U.S. is because I love my country, but also I just qualified for Medicare and Social Security. And
Oh,
so
yes.
I don't want to give that up.
Well, what can you say about those health, health insurance that they're talking about? That the Philippines has the worst. Why do you want to go to the
Yeah, that's
Philippines?
crazy.
So, what do you
We're
want to say?
we're right down the road. We're 20 minutes from one of the best hospitals
Don't
and
mention
one
it.
of the best schools for doctors and nurses.
Don't mention them because it's not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by them, but my
Oh,
husband graduated from there.
But
Yay.
guys, so that's the reason why we're moving back to the Philippines. Is Jeffrey can come to the U.S. get his
Medical.
his yearly checkup and all,
For
so
free.
yeah, for free and all.
Hopefully.
I've been here for
Not really.
almost 9. I've been here for more than 9 years, and thank God I've never been in the hospital
Once.
once. So thank God, knock on wood. So
Not for anything serious.
if I stay in the Philippines, I think we will be more healthier because of the food that we're gonna
definitely.
be eating.
I think so too.
So we just have to make sure that we are healthy, and we are definitely gonna get the PhilHealth insurance in the Philippines, which
For our
is
kids.
for our kids, which is a national insurance for every Filipino citizen,
That's
which they
right.
don't have here in the U.S.